Hello there, very good evening to all of you and welcome to the news tonight. I'm Tracy Shilshi and in the next 30 minutes I'll be getting the latest from India and across the world. But first, the headlines. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh among 6 people summoned by a special court probing the coal scam case. BJP says Singh is paying for the sins of the UPA. Full-blown mudslinging in the Aam Aadmi Party. Anjali Damania quits after a new sting reveals Kejriwal indulging talks of horse trading, while MLAs seek the complete ouster of Bhushans and Yogendra Yadav from the party. Government bends to opposition demand in Rajya Sabha. Coal, Mines and Minerals Amendment Bill sent to Select Parliamentary Committee. Prime Minister Modi lands in Mauritius after signing a new maritime cooperation agreement with Seychelles, also launches a coastal surveillance radar project. And Karnataka batsman Karun Nair's record 328 breaks a 68-year-old record of individual high scores in the Ranji Trophy final. Tamil Nadu stare at defeat. Our top story. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was today summoned as an accused in the coal scam case by a special CBI court. The 5 others who have been summoned include former Coal Secretary PC Parekh and industrialist Kumar Mangalam Birla. The developments came as the court rejected the CBI's plea to close the case and ask all accused to appear on the 8th of April.
In a major embarrassment to the UPA-2 government, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was today summoned as an accused in the coal block allocation case. Former Coal Secretary PC Parekh, industrialist Kumar Mangalam Birla and 3 others have also been summoned as accused. They have been booked for charges ranging from criminal conspiracy, breach of trust and under provisions of the Prevention of Corruption Act. The 6 accused are required to appear before the special CBI court on 8th of April.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सबसे पहले तो इस केस में जो सीबीआई का इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रहा था उसकी मॉनिटरिंग करी, उसके बाद एक स्पेशल जज की नियुक्ति करी और स्पेशल पब्लिक प्रोसिक्यूटर की नियुक्ति करी, जिसके वजह से आज ये हो पाया कि इतने बड़े-बड़े लोगों के खिलाफ भी चार्जशीट और समनिंग हो पाई है।
ये समन्स आना तय था। छोटी मोटी संस्था ने समन्स नहीं भेजा है, देश की बड़ी संस्था है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का सभी ने सम्मान करना चाहिए। इस पे नाराजी और सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे उंगली दिखाने से काम नहीं चलेगा और जांच के लिए सामने जाना चाहिए।
The case relates to the allocation of Talabira 2 block to Hindalco when former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh held the additional charge of the coal ministry. The special court today rejected the CBI's findings in its final report that there was no prosecutable evidence against anyone. Reacting to the development, Manmohan Singh said that while he was upset with the summons, he was open to legal scrutiny. Congress meanwhile rallied behind the former Prime Minister.
Well, I respect the judicial process in our country and I hope in any fair trial I will be able to establish my total innocence.
डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह की इंटीग्रिटी और ऑनेस्टी के बारे में पूरी दुनिया जानती है, मुझको कहने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। जहां तक कोर्ट के फैसले की बात है तो उस पर कोई कमेंट्स हमें करना भी नहीं चाहिए।
The Supreme Court examined coal block allocations from 1993 to 2009. They did not pass even a whisper of a stricture against former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh or for that matter any other functionary of the former UPA government. If at all a trial court has come to a certain conclusion, it would have to be seen as to what are the facts and circumstances which have warranted that conclusion.
Well, now that court has taken cognizance of the case, it is inappropriate for me to make any comments. Any comments made at this stage may amount to contempt of court. It came as a surprise to me, but the court has its own method of working.
Though Manmohan Singh has previously been examined by the investigating agency in connection with the coal block allocation case, it will be the first time that he will appear as an accused in the case. The Supreme Court last year scrapped over 200 coal blocks allocated by successive governments over the past 2 decades. The re-auctioning of these coal blocks is currently underway. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And reacting on the court summon to Manmohan Singh, many political parties called it a blot on the Congress. BJP referred to former Environment Minister Jayanti Natarajan's outburst against the Congress top leadership to point out how UPA ministers had to face external influence during policy decisions.
Because of this Congress scene, a Congress scam, now Manmohan ji, economist prime minister, had to face the CBI charges. This is yet another blot on the Congress.
कांग्रेस किसे बचा के रखती है इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. कानून की नजर में सब बराबर हैं. अगर कहीं कोई ऐसी बात है तो निश्चित रूप से एजेंसी किसी से भी पूछताछ कर सकती है.
डिस्ट्रिक्ट का मामला है. अब इसके ऊपर कुछ बोलना तो मैं समझती हूँ ठीक नहीं रहेगा. अब जो भी जुडिशरी डिसीजन लेगी वो तथ्यों के आधार पर ही लेगी.
ये बात सही है, वो ईमानदार आदमी, लेकिन ईमानदार आदमी जो है वो नीचे कोई गड़बड़ हो रही है तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे तो उसको देखना था उनको.
जो उनको समन किया गया है, आई डिसएग्री विद इट. ये ओवर जो एक्टिविज्म है कोर्ट की उसका ये है.
इफ यू आर एट द हेल्म एंड इफ यू डिड नॉट नो व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग, दैट्स बैड इनफ. एंड इफ यू न्यू व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग, मे बी यू आर नॉट बेनिफिशियरी योरसेल्फ, दैट्स इवन बैड.
Meanwhile, the internal turmoil in the Aam Aadmi Party got even uglier today with open mudslinging. A new sting reveals conversations between Arvind Kejriwal and party member Rajesh Garg discussing horse trading. This even as party MLAs sought the complete expulsion of the Bhushans and Yogendra Yadav on grounds of anti-party activities. But they aren't sitting quiet. Here's how the drama unfolded today.
The social work focus seems to have taken backstage. A meeting of Aam Aadmi Party MLAs decided a signature campaign to throw Prashant and Shanti Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav out of the party completely had to be the way forward. A petition to convener Arvind Kejriwal lists the same 8 charges that were named by the party against the trio on Tuesday.
जी हाँ, एक पेटिशन है ये. अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को लिख रहा हूँ. ये पत्र सभी विधायक लिख रहे हैं और शांति भूषण जी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं. योगेंद्र यादव जी वगैरह की तरफ से भी बार बार यही मैसेजिंग आ रही है. जीतने से पहले बहुत बुरी लड़ाई लड़नी पड़ी अंदर से. ऐसे लगता था जैसे कि गद्दारी की जा रही है संगठन के साथ और हम लोगों के साथ.
जितने हमारे विधायक हैं ज्यादा सबने इस पेटिशन पे साइन किया है और सबने ये अनुरोध किया है कि पार्टी में अब अनुशासनहीनता किसी भी तरह की बर्दाश्त नहीं की जाएगी. और एक ये मैसेज देना बहुत जरूरी है कि पार्टी के खिलाफ कोई खड़ा नहीं हो सकता है.
Prashant Bhushan has hit back with accusations of his own, the strongest being allegations of horse trading against Kejriwal himself. An audio sting has emerged wherein Kejriwal purportedly tries to buy over some Congress MLAs in his desperation to win the election. The mudslinging is out in the open.
नहीं, ये देखिए, ये सब दुखद बात है कि ये सब हो रहा है. और क्योंकि इस तरह के आरोप बार बार लगाए जा रहे थे, सार्वजनिक तौर पर लगाए जा रहे थे, तो इसलिए हमने ज़रूरी समझा कि भाई कम से कम इसका एक एक्सप्लेनेशन हमारे कम से कम पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं के सामने जाना चाहिए. और इसलिए ये हमने खुला पत्र कार्यकर्ताओं के नाम पर लिखा है.
The collateral damage became apparent too. Aam Aadmi Party Maharashtra unit leader Anjali Damania quit the party, saying she did not join for this. Damania says she had backed Kejriwal for principles and not horse trading.
Either this party works on the siddhant, the principle for which it is set, or else it doesn't exist, because the karyakartas have slogged and slogged for the party. They want politics of principles. We are done with it. We are not here for politics at all. I will never join any political party. I will sit back and in my own life, own sweet home, and do whatever I want to do in life. This is not what we have come for. This party is only and only on principles, or it doesn't exist.
In Arvind Kejriwal's absence, it's left to other party leaders to attempt a patch-up of whatever's left.
उस ऑडियो टेप की क्या ऑथेंटिसिटी है? सुप्रीम कोर्ट की बाकायदा गाइडलाइन है अमर सिंह के मामले में. कोई भी प्राइवेट कन्वर्सेशन जब तक कि ऑथेंटिकेट ना हो, उसकी ऑथेंटिसिटी के बारे में कोई जानकारी ना हो, उसको चलाना गलत है, इलीगल है. क्योंकि योगेंद्र जी बड़े डेमोक्रेटिक आदमी है. प्रशांत जी भी बड़े लोकतांत्रिक आदमी हैं, पार्टी की ट्रांसपेरेंसी डेमोक्रेसी के बारे में बात करते हैं, तो पार्टी का संस्थान, पार्टी के अंदर अगर कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन है वो कोई फैसला देता है तो उसका फैसला सबको मानना चाहिए।
Chief Minister Kejriwal, meanwhile, is in Bangalore undergoing naturopathy treatment. He'll return to Delhi on the 17th, and he'll have plenty of pieces to pick up. 3 founder members out of the PAC, demotivated volunteers, and a party divided down the middle. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
Meanwhile, the government has agreed to the opposition's demand to refer the Coal Mines Bill and the Mines and Minerals Bill to separate select committees. This comes after a day of heated discussion in the upper house whether the respective ordinances should be replaced with the bills without the select panel's recommendations. The panels will submit the recommendations by 18th of March.
A day after intense discussion on the floor of the House with both sides citing rules, procedures and past rulings in their favour, the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Bill 2015 was finally referred to a select committee which will submit its report by 18th March.
मैं राज्यसभा के वर्तमान सत्र के दौरान इस आशय का प्रस्ताव प्रस्तुत करता हूं कि खान और खनिज विकास और विनियमन अधिनियम 1957 का और संशोधन करने वाले विधेयक जो लोकसभा द्वारा पारित रूप में 18 मार्च 2015 तक या उसके पूर्व प्रतिवेदन प्रस्तुत करने के निर्देश के साथ राज्यसभा की प्रबंध समिति को सौंपा जाए।
According to sources, the decision to send the Mines and Minerals Bill to the Select Committee was taken in the meeting of leaders of various parties with Leader of House and Leader of Opposition in Rajya Sabha and Parliamentary Affairs Minister earlier in the day. The Coal Mines Special Provision Bill 2015, on which the opposition members had moved statutory resolution opposing the ordinance, was also referred to the Select Committee as per the agreement between the leaders.
I move the following motion that the Coal Mines Special Provisions Bill 2015 to provide for allocation of coal and vesting of the right, title and interest.
The select panels will submit its recommendations within a week. Meanwhile, the Motor Vehicles Amendment Bill 2015 was passed by Rajya Sabha on Wednesday. The government had promulgated an ordinance on Motor Vehicles Bill earlier. Sources say, in order to avoid any stalemate on the issue of ordinances, the government has also decided to soften its stand on the Insurance Laws Amendment Bill 2015, which is also slated to come up in the upper house. Vishal Dahiya, Rajya Sabha TV, Delhi.
India is making every attempt to ensure that the United States drops all charges against IFS officer Devyani Khobragade. Her arrest in New York 2 years ago had led to a diplomatic standoff between the two countries. Replying to a query during question hour in Lok Sabha, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj said that India is trying to get all cases against Khobragade dropped, though she was spared legal action after the US granted her full diplomatic immunity following her transfer to the Indian permanent mission to the UN. An arrest warrant was issued against her. She was subsequently transferred back to India.
जब समिट लेवल टॉक्स होती हैं तो राष्ट्रपति और प्रधानमंत्री आपस में पूरी द्विपक्षीय वार्ता की चर्चा तो करते हैं, लेकिन किसी एक इंडिविजुअल केस के बारे में बात नहीं करते। पर इसका एक मैकेनिज्म हम लोगों ने तय किया है, जो मैंने इसमें भी लिखा है कि दोनों तरफ के जो संबंधित अधिकारी हैं वो इस बारे में बात कर रहे हैं और जो चार्जेस उन्होंने देवयानी जी के प्रति लगाए हैं हम उनको बिल्कुल स्वीकार नहीं कर रहे और ये चार्जेस ड्रॉप हो जाएं, इसका पूरा प्रयास भारत सरकार की तरफ से किया जा रहा है।
Backed by the RJD, Congress, CPI and an independent MLA, the Nitish Kumar government today comfortably won the confidence vote in Bihar. Nitish Kumar got 140 votes in favour of the confidence motion, which was first approved by voice vote, and then the division of votes was taken up on insistence of the government. All rebel JDU MLAs, except for former Chief Minister Jitan Ram Manjhi, fell in line to avoid being disqualified by violating a whip and voted for Nitish Kumar ministry. Manjhi skipped the voting on health grounds. BJP, with 87 members, walked out of the House before the voting. In a historic move to achieve one of the highest ever funding for the Indian Railways, the Life Insurance Corporation has decided to invest 1.5 lakh crore rupees over the next 5 years. LIC signed the Memorandum of Understanding with the Railways in Delhi today. LIC committed to invest for development of various commercially viable projects. The annual investment of 30,000 crores would be made over a period of 5 years through bonds issued by the Indian Railways Finance Corporation to raise funding for development of commercially viable projects.
Very interesting event in which the marriage is taking place between two great organizations of India, Indian Railways and Life Insurance Corporation. Both are going to benefit from this extremely interesting transaction in which Life Insurance Corporation, which produces year after year huge surpluses because of the goodwill that it enjoys, the type of service it offers to the policyholders.
The LIC is a living example of how a state institution can grow so huge, grow professionally and serve the country. And today is a convergence of these two very large monolithic organizations, where the railways as a part of the government's new approach of how infrastructure expenditure is to be funded.
And here's more news from across the country in Nationwide. The Supreme Court today restrained all high courts from endorsing any petition challenging the validity of the Constitutional Amendment Act and the National Judicial Appointments Commission Act. The bench also said that it will decide later whether these petitions are maintainable or not and if they should be referred to a larger bench. Both the Constitutional Amendment Act and the NJAC Act are meant to replace the collegium system of appointing judges. In a bid to expand its presence, the BJP today assigned 7 ministers the task of coordinating party work in states not ruled by the party. Reports suggest BJP President Amit Shah has assigned Commerce Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to West Bengal, Power Minister Piyush Goyal to Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Minister of State for Skill Development Rajiv Pratap Rudy to Kerala, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan to Assam and Culture Minister Mahesh Sharma to Odisha. Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers Hansraj Ahir will coordinate the BJP's affairs in Telangana and Health Minister JP Nadda will coordinate the work in Andhra Pradesh. The CBI has issued a notice to the Trinamool Congress party seeking explanation on its income and expenditure in the past 4 years in the wake of the Sharada chit fund scam. The CBI has also asked for details about the party's income from the sale of paintings by Mamata Banerjee. It's alleged that Sharada chit fund owner Shudipto Sen had purchased a painting by the Chief Minister at a price of 1.8 crore rupees. Meanwhile, opposition parties, the CPM and BJP, have demanded a reply from Mamata over CBI's query. Well, the world's first solar plane, Solar Impulse 2, landed in Gujarat late last night, completing its first major sea leg from Oman to India in just 16 hours. Take a look at this while we come back after this break.
खबरों का संसार।
भारतीय समाज के ऊपर टेलीविजन का असर बढ़ गया काफी। मीडिया पावरफुल है।
गायब है सरोकार।
10-10, 12-12 चैनल बड़े-बड़े घरानों ने खरीदे हुए हैं। प्रिंट मीडिया की एक सीमाएं हैं।
बाजार की मार।
टेलीविजन सेलिब्रिटी का निर्माण।
मीडिया कितना जिम्मेदार?
सब चीज बॉटम लाइन पे आ गई है कि उस पे इतना खर्चा होगा, उससे कुछ मिलता है कि नहीं मिलता।
देखिए मीडिया मंथन शनिवार दोपहर 12 बजे, शाम 7:30 बजे और रविवार शाम 4 बजे।
Welcome back to the news tonight. Let's get you the latest now from Prime Minister Modi's three-island nation tour. He is now in Mauritius after signing 4 agreements with Seychelles today and bolstering a strategic partnership with the Indian Ocean island nation. Prime Minister Modi also held talks with the Seychelles president, reiterating that the country is a vital partner in the Indian Ocean neighborhood.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi accorded a ceremonial reception at the State House in Seychelles' capital, Victoria. Writing in the visitors' book, Modi said that the people of Seychelles made him feel like one of their own. Modi is the first Indian Prime Minister to visit Seychelles in 33 years.
This visit has been very productive. It is no surprise that Seychelles is my first destination in the Indian Ocean region. We regard Seychelles as a vital partner in our Indian Ocean neighborhood.
After a warm reception, Modi met Seychelles President James Alex Michael and held talks to enhance security and maritime partnership between two countries. Modi said that India will offer a second Dornier aircraft to the island nation. He also launched the Coastal Surveillance Radar project as a symbol of renewed cooperation.
Security partnership is strong. It has enabled us to fulfill our shared responsibility to advance maritime security in the region. I am pleased to announce that we will be giving one more Dornier aircraft to Seychelles.
The 4 agreements which have just been signed in the military field as well as hydrography, renewable energy and air services will provide renewed platforms for our two countries to strengthen further our relations.
Cementing this strategic partnership, India and Seychelles signed 4 agreements in hydrography, renewable energy, infrastructure, development and sale of navigation charts and electronic navigational charts. Modi also announced that India would grant free visas for 3 months to the citizens of Seychelles. After Seychelles, Modi is scheduled to be in Mauritius on Wednesday evening as the chief guest at the Independence Day celebrations, following which Prime Minister would be visiting Sri Lanka. Modi's visit to the 3 island countries comes in the wake of China's increasing focus in the Indian Ocean region. India is looking forward to renew its commitment to the ocean economies to cement its role as the major power in the Indian Ocean. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
For the first time in several years, China has hinted at resuming talks with the Dalai Lama. The chief of China's advisory legislative body, the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, said it is open for a discussion with the Tibetan spiritual leader on relevant issues other than independence for Tibet or greater autonomy for his Himalayan homeland. This is perhaps the first time a senior Chinese official has spoken about talks with the Dalai Lama, who last year had expressed a wish to undertake a pilgrimage to a sacred mountain in Tibet, informally conveying it to Beijing. The head of the CPPCC, however, continued to accuse the Dalai Lama on attempting to destabilize Tibet by instigating self-immolation protests in which over 120 Tibetans were killed. In a major blow to the investigation into the killing of former Russian Deputy Prime Minister Boris Nemtsov, the country's Human Rights Commission says the suspect confessed under pressure and physical torture. Representative of the Human Rights Commission said that there were numerous wounds on the suspect's body, which indicates physical torture. The suspect said that he confessed only because his friend, arrested along with him, would be freed. Meanwhile, Russian authorities rejected suggestions that Nemtsov was killed by Chechen Islamists. Let's give you more international news and updates in Global Buzz now. Investigations are on in Argentina over the cause of a collision of 2 helicopters involved in the filming of a French reality TV show that killed all 10 people on board, including 3 of France's top athletes. Argentine investigators combed through the ashes and mangled wreckage of the 5-passenger Eurocopters, looking for what clues on any of them could have caused to smash into each other. Islamic State militants released a video online showing a boy purportedly killing Mohammed Musallam, an Israeli Arab. Musallam was accused of having signed up as a jihadi to spy for the Mossad. The video showed Musallam in a room talking about how he was recruited and trained by Mossad. Lawmakers in the U.S. state of Utah voted on Tuesday to bring back the use of executions by firing squad if lethal injections were unavailable. This makes Utah the only state in the country to permit the practice. Utah used firing squads for decades before adopting lethal injections in 2004. The bill, which passed the state Senate by 18-10, was introduced amid national concerns about the efficacy of lethal injections. Pakistani paramilitary soldiers raided the headquarters of a well-known Pakistani political party, the Muttahida Qawmi Movement, in Karachi today, arresting about 20 suspects, seizing weapons and sealing the premises. The MQM has long been accused of using violence and intimidation to control Karachi, a claim that it denies. A suspected teenager bomber killed at least 34 persons in Maiduguri in Nigeria. The blast took place in a crowded market in late afternoon. Many others were injured in the attack. No group claimed responsibility, but the Islamic extremist group Boko Haram is suspected. The attack comes 3 days after a multiple bomb attack in the city killed over 50 people. All right, cricket now. And former Sri Lankan captain Kumar Sangakkara became the first player to score 4 successive ODI centuries in the World Cup as Sri Lanka beat Scotland by 148 runs today. Sangakkara now has 1 century less than Sachin Tendulkar at the World Cup. He got ample support from Tilakaratne Dilshan, who also hit a century, helping Sri Lanka post a total of 363 for 9. Scotland's captain Momsen and Coleman's half-centuries ensured the Chase had respectably with a 118-run partnership for the 4th wicket, but were eventually bowled out for 215 runs. Sangakkara also claimed his 500th ODI dismissal today. Kulasekhara and Chamera both took 3 wickets.
Well played, Freddie Coleman. Edged and gone and finished.
And let's give you more updates from the world of sports now in Sports Beat. Karnataka batsman Karun Nair became the first player in 68 years to score a triple century in Ranji Trophy final. Nair scored 328 runs against Tamil Nadu, breaking Gul Muhammad's record of 319 in the 1946-47 season. The defending champions posted a mammoth total of 762 runs, taking the first innings lead of 628. At the end of 4th day, Tamil Nadu were 109 for 3. The Pakistan Cricket Board Chief Shahryar Khan has confirmed that India will meet Pakistan for a bilateral series in the UAE in December this year. He also said that Pakistan will visit India for a tour next year. BCCI and the PCB have signed a binding agreement according to which the two sides are scheduled to play 12 tests, 30 ODIs and 11 2020s, spreading over 6 series. However, they will be played subject to clearance from Delhi. Defending champions Real Madrid survived a scare to qualify for the Champions League quarter-final despite a 4-3 defeat to Schalke. Madrid progressed 5-4 on aggregate after a 2-0 lead from the first leg. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2 goals for Madrid, becoming the highest goal scorer in the tournament history. Well, that's all we could pack in today in this edition of News Tonight. Stay with us for more news on Rajya Sabha TV, but from me, that's it.